Yeah, what's your opinion about what's going on the meeting?
Well, so far there's not much news coming out of the meeting. It's hard to see how they're going to make progress given the low level of delegations from some of the states, plus the obstruction of Burma to using the word Rohingya or actually talking about the issues that are connected to their rights abusing treatment of the Rohingya. That, you know, at the end of the day, we have to look also at root causes, and Burma is so far not prepared to do that.
Do you think that they are going to get any agreement to try to find any solution on this migrant program?
Well, we hope that they will reach an agreement on bringing people to shore, allowing them to disembark, ensuring, for instance, that UNHCR has access to determine the persons who are refugees, and IOM has an opportunity to determine who is a trafficking victim, and, you know, essentially sort out the different groups of these boat people, because, you know, there are refugees, there are people from, you know, who are the Rohingya from Burma, but there's also, we believe, a significant number of people who are economic migrants from Bangladesh, and, you know, there has to be a credible process agreed for the international community working through these international agencies to assess who these people are and what should be done next. You know, if they reach an agreement on those kind of basic nuts and bolts issues, then that will be a good platform going forward. But, you know, right now we still have countries like Thailand and Malaysia who are obstructing access to the UNHCR and to the IOM, you know, not allowing them to get in there and do the kind of assessments that were needed for the international community to fulfill what these frontline states want, which is within 1 year to have all the people who have been brought ashore either go to a third country or return to their country of origin.
Is it credible a meeting when you cannot say the word Rohingya, that is one of the root causes of all this problem, and as far as Tanasak told us, there is no indication. Everyone can speak freely in the opening speech, but no one did it.
Right. Well, I mean, the Rohingya have the right to self-identify. This is a core human rights principle that needs to be respected. Burma should not be able to try to dictate the terms of discussion to other countries. And the fact that some of these other states feel reluctant to use that word Rohingya shows a very worrisome lack of commitment to really press on the human rights issue. As we've said at the very beginning, human rights have to be at the center of this Boat People Summit if we're actually going to see progress.
Are they going to finish with the human trafficking in the region, or is they are just going to stop a few months and then it's going to start again?
Well, that's a good question. I think that in the past we've seen that when the international media attention moves somewhere else, that the situation sort of reverts back to the previous norm. I think it's quite clear that the frontline states, Thailand, Malaysia, and Indonesia, were more than willing to play marine ping pong with these people, pushing them back to other countries if they could get away with it. And once the international media came in and the pressure from other governments around the world was felt, now we have some progress, now we have something going forward. But I don't think that necessarily means that we have political commitment from these governments to fashion a longer-term solution to the Rohingya crisis. And that's the serious problem, because we need to have ongoing commitment from not only the frontline states, but all the states of ASEAN, as well as the international community, to pressure Burma to change their policy towards the Rohingya.
In a few weeks, the U.S. is going to publish his report about human trafficking in the whole world. Malaysia and Thailand are in the tier 3.
Yes.
Do you think that they are going to still be in the tier 3, or they're going to be the tier 2 with updates?
Yeah, I think any fair assessment of the work of Thailand on Malaysia over the past year on human trafficking issues would see them remain in tier 3.
Thank you.
You're welcome.